Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. We are now into May. What a beautiful day it is out. I'm doing a Zoom show to the lovely state of New Jersey. This is actually, New Jersey has been on my Zoom list a few times. This is like my third show down there. And I got a band that was referred to me by one Justin Turk of Florida called Canamara. A very cool band. We're going to hear from a little of their performance about halfway through that they did at Asbury Park in a video. But before we get to them, I'm going to read these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence per usual. So we get the barbershop in Whitman on Route 27. Debbie does a great job, and they're on the left side of the road as you're heading south on Route 27. We got New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We got good old Dave's Automotive in Hanson right up the road here on Route 58. We got Rodney's Kitchen in Halifax. We got Carver Jewelers, Ronald Iron, Liley Delano Goldsmiths right here in the building. We got the South Shore Market in Pembroke. We got VVS Auto Rental in Rockland. They're a new one. We got Genuine's Inspection in Middleborough. We got Kingston Auto Body in Kingston. We got Pembroke Radiator in Pembroke. We got Hairway to Heaven Family Salon in Norwell. We got Mickey's Gaming Lounge in Brockton. They're a new one. We got Richie's Auto Care in Hanover. Great to have them back. We got Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We got Crazy Axes Rec Center in Hanover. We got DNS Auto Works in Abington on Route 58 also, and Collision Specialist. We got the Gunrunner LLC in Middleborough, the Second Amendment Freedom Store, and we got Ocean Auto Repair and Service in Marshfield. I want to thank you guys very much. And now, Paul D'Agostino on the upper left there with the headsets. He was the one who, nice to talk to you, and we're going to talk to everybody. You're the one I set the interview up with. So tell me a little about the band, and then the three of you can intersperse as you see fit about yourselves as well. But I'll get to all of you. But let's start with Paul. Ordinarily, I'd say ladies first, but Paul set the interview up. So let's start with him. And then we're kind of clockwise. So go ahead.
All right. Well, thank you for having us on the show. I mean,
thank you,
Harrison. Thank you. Canamara's, she was started back in 2008. I joined. I joined. Years. Yeah, a long time. Yep. I joined in 2010.
Okay.
And it's been going ever since. Of course, new members. You know, it's not the original members, but it started out as like kind of a grunge band, and we've turned it into like a hard rock band now. So it's a great band and a great group of people that I'm very pleased that I can share my talents with. So
it's kind of interesting that as I as a big fan of tunes myself, it seems to me it used to be the other way around. Usually a band would start out hard rock and then turn grunge, but you took the opposite route. Why not? Why be like everyone else? Why conform?
Well,
why conform to the norm?
Yeah, the grunge way was fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It was a lot of fun. But once we got newer musicians, they were a little bit more in tune with today's metal. And they were a lot better on drums, a lot better on guitar. I learned a lot from Carl and Robbie and Nikki as well. And I fell in love personally with their style of playing. So I developed my style, and in tune, Nikki brought her style. So it just turned from grunge to metal that way,
Yep. Okay. All right. That's a start. Now, Nikki, let's talk to you a little bit. Now, you're the singer in the band, right?
Yes.
Great. Yeah. Okay. Well, tell me about your history. Are you a lifelong New Jerseyite, and how did you get into music? Let's talk about that. Let's go back to your childhood. We're going to talk about all your childhoods, but I figure we're working our way down, and then we'll just sort of come around, circle back, and then we'll make sure by the time the show is over, we'll know all about everybody. So tell me about your childhood. What did you aspire to as a child, and how did you get into music? Let's cover that. And if I have any questions about that, I'll intersperse. Go ahead.
So music came to me at like a very early age.
How early?
I remember being in the 4th grade, and before school every morning I'd play my Black Sabbath CD.
Whoa,
and I blasted in my room. Yeah, like I started off with it like pretty early. I started playing guitar when I was like 9-10 years old.
Okay.
And then I started, as I grew up into my teen years and stuff, I started playing in bands and whatnot. So
heavy metal bands, right?
What was that?
it sounds like you were a heavy metal child, so I assume you were a heavy metal teen as well, right? Is that
Yes, yeah,
okay?
metal has always been one of my favorite genres of music.
Okay.
I mean, I like everything though, like but in terms of performing and playing, like metal's where my heart is at.
Do you
Um,
have any? I mean, it's interesting you mentioned Black Sabbath. And that, that's as heavy a metal band as it gets. And I remember when they were, they broke in the early '70s. You guys probably weren't even born yet. But do you have any female singers that you wanted to emulate at any time? Just wondering.
oh yeah. So when I was in high school, I discovered this band called In This Moment.
Okay.
And the singer of that band, her name is Maria Brink. I just was always very inspired by her, like her singing and the way she screamed and stuff like that.
Dreams. Okay.
So that's pretty much what got me into like learning how to do all that stuff is like
Cool.
listening to her. Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm, she's another one that always really inspired me. Amy Lee from Evanescence,
Oh yeah.
Lucy Sturm from Flyleaf. Trying to think of who else. Oh,
How about
Butcher
Joan Jett?
Babies,
Remember
they're
Joan
great.
Jett?
Oh, I
Joan-
love Joan Jett.
Yep.
Yeah.
I had a feeling.
Heart is a very big influence on me as well. Like and
Yeah,
Nancy
Ann and
Wilson,
Nancy, I
I
know
love
that.
them.
Yep.
Yeah, great musicians. But yeah, it's just always been a huge part of my life. When I was like 11 years old, I started like teaching myself how to sing and stuff like that. And, I was very like inspired by like Broadway stuff and like,
Okay.
and of course Black Sabbath still. Um, I had a good, very well-rounded taste in music, I guess.
Did any of you guys go to college for music or school for music at all? Because up here in the Boston area, we have Berkeley, and a lot of students go there, and I've had a lot of them on in my show. But down where you are, I'm just wondering, are there any schools that any of you attended to learn music, or were you all self-taught?
I actually trained in Minneapolis with like Bobby Stanton and actually I can't remember their names, but a lot of guys from Berkeley. They taught at Music Tech College out in Minneapolis. So I graduated out there and played in a band out there for a little
Okay,
while.
you're Robbie, right?
Now I'm Carl.
You're Kyle. He's Robbie. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that. I'm glad you mentioned that. So you ended up. How did you end up in Minneapolis? They were out there. They just happened.
I started out. I found I got into music by finding Pink Floyd.
Okay.
I took that from my dad right around the time I started smoking weed. I was like,
I spoke to my dad too. He's 88 now. He still smokes.
well, that shit blew my mind, And then my cousin let me borrow Injustice for All. And
Okay.
my dad took that away. And then
Why did he take it away?
yeah, he definitely took that away. And I was
Why? Why did he take it away?
because it's the devil's music, I guess.
Oh, okay. All right.
My mom was the same way, like when I was a kid and I would blast like Black Sabbath and Guns N' Roses in my room. She'd be like, I don't want my kid listening to that. But
Oh.
Well, that's when I realized there was something to it. I'm like, okay, if parents
Yeah.
are taking this away, there's got to be.
Parental rebellion turns kids into superstars, isn't it? I mean, when you think about it.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Wow. Huh. Interesting. All right.
Yeah.
Tell me now. You're Robbie, right? The young man. He's Robbie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Carl.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Robbie. Tell me about yourself. We're moving along good. We're getting a good vibe from all of you. So tell me about yourself. How did you get into music, and what were you doing as a kid?
So I actually originally got into playing drums because my brother started playing guitar in middle school, and
Okay.
he yelled at me and he beat me up, and he pretty much forced me to start playing drums because he didn't have anybody to play music with. So
It's kind of a mean way to do it.
no, but it actually inspired me, and once I kind of got the hang of it, it was a good experience. It kind of grew on me, and in a sense, actually, now that I kind of outgrew him. He stopped playing, but I continued to play, and I've been playing drums for almost about 20 years now. But yeah, it's been a good road. Learned a lot, played with a lot of interesting people, and I'm very happy that I finally ended up with these guys because
Yeah.
as Paul has mentioned earlier, all of us have different tastes in music, very interesting styles, and the way we bring everything together, kind of give birth to, again, as what he mentioned, that the new direction that Canterbury has decided to go in, right, in which we actually love and we would love to share with the rest of the world.
Okay, well, just tell me something. You mentioned you all have different styles of music. What do you got? What are your styles of music? You two, what would you say? Going back, she liked guns. She liked the heavy
You know,
metal.
I did a little you know, I mentioned Pink Floyd and
Yeah.
you know, the early start, which like Slayer and Metallica and stuff like that. But when I went out to study with those guys in Minneapolis, we were doing a lot of jazz type stuff, which was super,
Okay,
which kind of broadened my horizons. But eventually, I circled right back to that, which brought me into music in the first place, which is the heavier sound for sure.
okay. And what about you, Kyle? Right?
No, Robbie.
That-
Robbie, I'm sorry. All right,
You guys, you
put
guys
the
should
graphics
switch,
up.
actually.
Yeah, well,
Any-
for me, first band that actually turned me onto you know, rock and metal, well, actually, was when I was 7 years old. My cousin showed it to me back in Hungary. I'm actually a foreigner. I'm from Hungary originally.
Wow.
And yeah, my cousin he turned off the lights in the kitchen and he put on Iron Maiden, you know, Fear of the Dark.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, after that, I was like, "Yep, this is it. You know, this is that's definitely something different." And after that, a few years later, then I discovered System of a Down, and System of a Down has been incredibly influential to me, and you know, to my taste of music, my view of music, what I like. And yeah, that's pretty much
Did
it.
you were living in Hungary? Did you speak English, or was that what's the language over there?
It's Hungarian. I mean, we had you know, English classes, so I knew a little bit to get around and stuff. But you know,
Say something Hungarian.
When did you come to the U.S.? How old were you? And why did you come here?
I was 10 years old, and I ended up coming over here because my mother was a great dancer.
Okay.
Now, let me clarify. I mean, like Dancing with the Stars or Imagine.
Well, I know what you mean. Okay. Well,
Nah.
your mother danced on Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, you know.
I mean, she actually danced on the show Dancing with the Stars?
No, she actually stopped a few years ago, but she used to be in competitions back in the early 2000s.
Huh. How about your older brother? I kind of feel bad that how's he doing now? I mean, you said he roughed you up to get you to play drums. What's up with you? Hope you guys getting along good these days.
Yeah, no, he's good. He actually played for us a little bit, but you know, he was going in different directions. He's playing with another band now. Yeah.
Okay. How did you guys come up with it? And I was going to ask how you got the name Connemara, but you told me that the band was founded before all of you entered it, right? In 2008. None of you were in the band prior to that, or were you? Or when it formed?
No, so our old singer named the band Connemara.
Okay.
I believe it's after an Irish town or city or some place in Ireland.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it's called Connemara.
Okay.
And I guess he just, you know, flipped a couple of vowels and made Connemara, you know.
Well, hey, that's kind of a problem for us now because every time you type in Connemara, you get a bunch of people dancing in wooden shoes. So that's been a
You just think if you turn those M's into L's, you'd have snails. Calamari.
Well, that's going to be our next music video. It's going to be we're going to be playing a heavy music to people dancing in wooden shoes.
Okay, that's Holland, right? That's going to the Netherlands. That's what I think. When I think of the wooden shoes, I think of the Netherlands.
Well, I don't know why they're wearing wooden shoes. I can't. Maybe they have bad backs.
Okay, all right. So how long have all four of you been together in Connemara? How many years? I know the band was founded in 2008, but how long have the four of you been a team?
So Nikki is the earliest member. She's been with us for about a year and a half, right, Nikki?
Yeah, almost 2 years.
I believe, yeah, I believe so. It's been a year and a few months, I'd say.
Well, that's good. Okay, and so you guys are even newer to the band. This is kind of a new thing for you then.
Yeah, the three of us have been together for a while. Paul and Carl, they're kind of the backbone of the band. They've been playing together for what? I don't know, almost 10 years?
Maybe 8 years, 9 years. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been
But in different bands, not in this one.
No, in this one.
in this one.
Oh, well, I thought you said Nikki was the newest member or the oldest member of the band, not older than.
No, I'm the newest member.
Oh, you're
yeah.
the newest. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Okay. So all right. So how did you all discover each other though? Just just playing around clubs and stuff around New Jersey.
Well, you know what? Paul's the oldest one in the band.
Yeah.
Both in age and how long he's been in the band.
Okay.
Thanks, Carl. It's a good way of putting it.
And
Bastard.
and I found a Craigslist ad after I stopped playing for years. I'm like, I want to play with these somebody. And I heard the song that we no longer play, and I was like, dude, these guys are fucking killer. And then so I answered the Craigslist ad and I joined. And then from there, we found Robbie. years later. The band's actually cycled through a number of members. We should actually have about 12 more seats for this interview.
So what? I'd be happy to interview the past members of the band at different times.
No.
Well, guess what? We're halfway through the show. My tech guy just indicated. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch a little clip of a video like I promised that these folks performed in Asbury Park, and then we're gonna talk about it. So keep watching and we'll be right back.
I want to lay in the ground with. I want to lay in the ground with you. Thank you guys all so much. We are Canamara. We are from Manawan, New Jersey. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, all that social media shit, because we are coming out with new music this year. Welcome.
Oh, that was great. What did we just watch? Tell me about that little clip we just watched.
That was a video from the Stone Pony, and it's a clip from our latest song called Resurrection.
Okay.
It's a bit of a banger, and we're about to release it soon as a professional recording, and that date has yet to be decided.
Okay.
It's gonna be the single that's gonna be off of our new EP that hopefully we'll get it done by the end of this year.
Okay.
So when we release it, we're planning on like putting out some content along with it. Like some photos, like a lyric video, stuff like that.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
Tell me about the Stone Pony. What is that? A club in Asbury Park?
Huge, very, very historic club, Asbury Park.
Landmark.
Yeah, it's. I mean, for your band to play the Stone Pony, like that was always a dream of mine, and it took me
Okay.
years to achieve it. And when we finally did it, it was just like, wow, we played the Stone Pony. It's an old historic place.
Yep.
Old meaning like it's from like the 60s, 70s, I believe it was, and so many bands have played there. Springsteen's been there, a number of others. So it's kind of like a landmark in Jersey, especially in Asbury Park.
Okay. What about even bigger than Atlantic City? I'm just, I mean, I've not.
The thing about the Stone Pony that's incredibly interesting is that it withstood the death of Asbury Park, in which Asbury Park turned into essentially a ghost town, in
Oh,
which
really?
a bunch of deviants and dangerous people, kind of milled around the place. But a bunch of really thrifty gay gentlemen took over Asbury
Okay.
Park and turned it into a huge tourist attraction. And now it's beautiful, great
You
restaurants.
really saw
yeah, it's
The Stone Pony survived years of mayhem. I was going there when I was a kid, and it was seriously dangerous. And now it's still there. It's popular, and
one of the best cities right now.
Asbury
To be
Park,
honest.
yeah, on the East Coast, New Jersey, absolutely. Asbury Park's the place to be.
Yeah, I'll give him credit for that one. Asbury is,
Yeah.
very up and coming and completely turned
Well,
around.
it's here.
Yeah.
I think it's
it's
here.
a very nice place to visit.
I'll have to get down there
The
myself.
town is it's just a lovely beach town, and like
Yeah.
there's so many music venues over there. Like I would say it's like the heart of the music scene in New Jersey.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I always say everything happens for a reason, even with whatever the ne'er-do-wells, whatever that took it over. Now it's been kind of, revised or reborn, if you will.
Oh yeah, but the
guess
Stone
you could say.
Pony again survived all the chaos.
Resurrected, like in your song.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, there
Did
you
you-
go.
Did you
It was a
base,
resurrection.
I'm just curious, did you base that song on the revive, I should say revive, did you base that on the resurrection on the revival of the Stone Pony, or that, or have anything to do with other stuff? You want to just give a little synopsis?
No,
if you want.
something much darker. Go ahead,
Oh,
Nikki.
okay,
No, so yeah, so
Do it.
sorry, my phone just freaked out. Can you see
okay,
me?
just- yeah, I see, but you froze, your face is frozen a little bit, see if you can.
Whoop,
look
Hang
at the
on,
camera. All right,
hang on 1 second.
yep,
My phone froze. Oops.
That's right. You can tell them anyway.
Here, hang.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear you.
I can
on.
still hear you.
All right, I think I fixed it.
All right, let's see. Yeah,
Alright.
try, move your lips a little,
Okay.
Nikki. Yeah, it's better, I can see that, perfect.
La 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 la.
La, 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 la.
Okay.
You got it. Okay,
Yeah, so Resurrection is a song about basically what the emotional experience I went through when I lost my mother.
oh,
Yeah, so it's just very emotional, and you know, it's a little bit dark because it's about grief and like
Yeah.
a lot of, you know, negative feelings that one would go through in terms of losing someone that was really close to them. So Resurrection is basically like me wishing that I had my mom back with me.
yeah,
know.
yeah, wow. That's-
Yeah,
That's
but
it's incredible that you can, you know, using music is kind of like a vehicle to cope with your situation is amazing. I know that's not something that anybody can just do. There's a lot to be said for that. I would say, you know,
yeah, that's probably my favorite thing about music in general is that like, you know, you
Yeah.
can pour so much of yourself like into it and
Yeah.
you know, really be creative and you know, with life experiences and stuff like that, like lyrically, and you can, you know, in that way, like reach out to others and like also comfort people and, you know, kind of like make things relatable in a sense. And, you know, people like really feel that stuff. So,
Let them
no,
know.
I know, I really do. I know, I've been there too, so I know what that's like. Wow. Okay, did you write the song, Nikki?
well, we all collectively
did,
wrote
yeah.
it. I wrote the lyrics and like the vocal parts, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
Okay. Have you ever performed outside New Jersey, or if not, are you planning to? You planning to take it like on the road far and wide? Let's talk about that.
We do play in places in Pennsylvania like often.
Yeah,
We've played Allentown, Pennsylvania. We actually played in Northampton, Pennsylvania at the Gin Mill Bar and Grill.
okay.
And we opened for a band called Cold there.
Yeah,
They were very popular in the early 2000s, and they just went on a tour celebrating 20 years of their Year of the Spider album,
okay.
which was very popular back in the day and still is. It's a great album. I listen to it all the time. And yeah, it was a really great experience. So we've played there. We've also played in Philly.
Yeah,
You know, hoping to get to New York and maybe Connecticut at some point as well.
okay. Yeah, that would be great. I mean, I'm just thinking, have you ever got any press coverage before? Have you been on TV before? Because it was just the first time.
This is my first time.
Oh,
Okay, well, congratulations. I'm honored that you're on my show for the first time.
Thank
How
you for
about
having us.
We're
radio?
honored to be here.
Oh, well, that's nice to hear. How about
Yeah,
about
thank
radio
you again
play?
for having us.
Have you guys done anything on the radio at all in New Jersey or anywhere else?
I'm not sure.
We definitely would like to do that soon. There's a radio station here called the Rat Rock,
Okay.
WRAT,
Yeah,
and I know like at night, they'll do like local band stuff.
yeah,
So once like we release our single Resurrection, and then you know, we get more stuff done with the EP, you know, we want to like look into that, into getting some airtime and stuff for our
Okay.
music.
Also WSOU and I think the Seton Hall Pirate Radio, the college.
okay.
Yes,
They have
yeah.
they have a metal station down there. So that's another target of ours as well.
that's great. Well, if you ever come up here to New England in the Boston area, we got a radio station, WATD, and they have a show called Almost Famous with this guy, John Shea. I actually got my start in broadcast media with them almost 20 years ago, doing commercials and stuff, And I've had people on my show that have performed music and have been on his show as well. But it sounds to me like you're already, I mean, you're right at you where you need to be. You're getting all this airplay. People, I assume you sell out your venues pretty well. You get a lot of heads and stuff, and you put a lot of people in the seats, as they say.
Yeah, absolutely.
How about outdoor concerts and stuff? Is this place at Asbury Park? This is an indoor outdoor, or is it just indoor, the Stone Pony?
So they have indoor outdoor. In the summertime, they have a big outdoor stage, but that's mostly for like national touring acts. So we have played outdoors down in Jackson, New Jersey. We played outdoors in Edison as well.
Okay.
I think I speak for us all. We love playing outdoors.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
awesome
it's
to play
great.
outdoors. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's awesome. Do you guys have an agent or a manager or anything, or you just wing it by yourselves?
No, but we're obviously welcome of any kind of recommendations that you might have for us.
Oh, no, well, no, I'm just curious. Why? I recommend you to stay the course.
Yeah, we currently don't have any management. We're not signed.
Right.
So we're the ones that are booking the shows and kind of paving the way of what to do next. And
Honestly,
ourselves.
Paul,
We're
you're
pretty
being
much
too
like
humble right now. Like,
self-managed.
Yeah, okay.
Paul,
No,
you're really the one that's honestly, I mean, he works a full-time job. He has a family, 2 beautiful daughters, and honestly, whenever Paul has any free time, he's usually the one that's organizing us,
good guy. Just like you said at this interview.
making things happen. So Paul is essentially our agent and our manager.
Yes.
Do you all have?
Yeah, that guy.
Over there.
Love you, Paul.
That guy. Love you guys.
You guys are too kind. Thank you.
You are
but you guys also help out as well. So.
Oh, that's great.
Thank
Nothing. Yeah, it's good to be a team, obviously. Do you all have children or just you, Paul? There are any other
just me.
kids? Just you. Okay. Okay. Well, that must be, you have to balance that out. That takes a lot of dedication. I couldn't do it with kids if I had them. I'm just,
It's funny. I've been playing guitar and in band since I was 14. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Cat's out of bag. I'm 42. Okay.
Yep.
So the only time I stopped was when my first daughter was born in 2009.
Okay.
I stopped for 2 years because I wanted to concentrate on being a father. And
right.
by the time my second daughter was born, I was just like, nah, she's good. I'm ready for the band. Let's go.
That's
No,
awesome.
I'm joking.
Well,
No,
but that's great that you can work around the children. That's perfect.
I have
They
a
probably
very,
inspire you too, obviously. to keep-
they do. I have a very supportive wife as well. That she supports what I do, and they're awesome. So yeah, I'm very lucky.
You all are. All right. Well, guess what? We're down to the final 5 minutes of the show. We made it go by. I hope you all had fun talking to me. I hope we covered as much about you guys as we can. That's what we try to do on Topic Time. So in the remaining time we have, what I'd like all of you to do, if you could, is just look at your modes of video and give some shouts out to people that are going to see the show, and then we'll condense them and we'll wrap it up with my music as we began it. So go ahead. Why don't you start, Nikki? Ladies first this time.
Okay. All right. I guess I'd like to shout out my friends and my family because they've been so supportive of me being in bands for the last 10 years of my life. And I want to shout out my band Canamera because they've also become a family to me and I love them all very much.
Okay.
And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. The rest of you, same thing or anything else or what?
No, I'm not going to give a shout out to Canamera. But my dog Gita, she's been really loving and she likes watching me play guitar. And she
Cool.
inspires me because
That's the best.
what?
Go ahead, keep going.
Are you-
This is really good. This is gold.
So my future wife Crystal.
Sweet.
So yeah, I love her too. And and my family, who actually comes out to almost every show, even though they do not like heavy metal.
Okay. And what about you, Robbie? Right,
Yep, there we go. We got it right that time.
Robbie. Any shouts out?
Well, absolutely. The very first one I want to give out is, of course, Justin Turk. I'm actually one of his drummers. I used to play in a band with him way back in the day in Render Me Useless. So again, Justin, thank you, and I'm looking forward to you releasing Render Me Useless music. That's going to be awesome.
He was great on my show too a few weeks back.
Well, one of my very good old friends. And yeah, next to that, honestly, if I hope our fans get to see this, but everybody that's been coming out supporting
Yes.
us, we have
Yeah, definitely.
natural, normal, select few people that come out to all of our shows. They support us no matter where we go. So I want to thank you guys. You guys have been absolutely awesome, and really words cannot express, because without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this.
I agree.
Just to name a couple, I mean,
Guys, uh,
you know, Stevie Zappolinski, you know,
Okay,
who's in a band of his own. Shannon Ant, who comes to every show. She's
Yeah.
Thank you,
she's
Shannon.
Yeah, thank you,
she's
Shannon.
awesome. She's been to AC, she's been to Philadelphia, she's been every show, so she's a huge fan of ours. And of course, our bass player that couldn't be here today, he's in a band called Signature.
okay.
And Strange Authority is another band that we play with that's really good. So I just want to give a shout out to them, and of course our parents, you know, my mother, father, my friends that all come to our shows. So yeah.
Okay, great. All right. Well, you guys did a great job. I hope you had fun. I hope, like I said, if you know any people that are interesting, send them my way. Give them my digits. We'll have them on as guests.
One more thing before
Yeah.
we sign off.
Sure.
We actually have 2 bass players.
Yes, we do.
Okay,
They're both 50% committed, which makes
okay,
them a bass player, but they have 2 faces.
okay.
Billy Snyder, great fucking guy,
Billy.
awesome bass player. Billy,
Okay.
we love you, and I'm sorry we couldn't be here tonight.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
He's also a veteran, and we're huge supporters of veterans.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Great.
Thank you,
That's- should be. All right, when we wrap the show up, did you hang around and do pictures for Facebook? My tech guy will take them.
Yeah,
that way-
absolutely.
Make sure the graphics, every person's name is right next, in front of them when we do the graphics next week when the show gets edited, okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you did a great job. All right, we're gonna wrap the show up. See you in a
Thank
few weeks, folks. Take care. Wrapping it up,
Thanks.
signing off. You want to snap along?
Bye. Thank you.